Hi there, it's Tom and Tom. We're back in the booth podcasting again. And today, Tom has the topic for us. No, not me, the other Tom.
The other Tom. And today's topic is alignment, and and I've been experiencing it in a new and interesting way these last 2 weeks because I set a goal for myself to build a very sophisticated application, software application, writing all of the code without actually reading or writing a line of code. So
That's the way to do
entirely,
it.
yeah, entirely prompting it into existence. And just to see what it's like, to see what it feels like, to see what it looks like, and to see how doable is this. Right, all my senior coding friends say this doesn't work and can't be done, and they're pretty smart. Well, not all of them. A couple smart ones say it can be done. So they're the ones I'm listening to, and I'm ignoring all of the naysayers. And I realized something in doing this that I thought um, is very much a part of the book and a very much part of your philosophy time, which is um, getting and holding the organization in alignment. And we were talking about this before we began, and you said something about alignment that I really liked. You were like, "Yeah, people think like alignment's something you do once."
Yeah, it's a program that you put in place. Like we have an alignment program, we executed it, and now we have alignment because we did this thing.
And and from our book, we're talking about aligning mission, vision, and values into every decision that you make as an organization. And I realized the biggest problem that people I think are having with using AI to generate anything. Uh, First of all, I have a friend, Kyle, who has a philosophy: we're wrong a lot. And we're wrong a lot about almost anything, almost all of the time, is how I express that. So is AI. So after every prompt, after every feature that I create, I have to build into the prompt itself how it should stay aligned with my mission, vision, and values. I might build agents for doing that. And I can never stop doing that. And the weird thing was thinking that we weren't doing that you don't have to do that in human organizations as well.
Right. And I just wanted to go back to something that you said earlier, which I think would go by a lot of people, but you're not just not writing code. You're not reading it. Like
Not
I
reading it.
you're a software developer. So you could look at the code and go, "Ah, this is good code," or "Oh, why did it do this here?" And you could interrogate the AI about what it did by looking at the code. You're not doing that. You're out of the coding business altogether. That's a big deal. Like I don't think people realize what that means.
I have to determine if the code is in alignment with my mission, vision, and values and my definition of good. What is good code, which is way higher than the average industry standard definition of good. I have to determine if it's doing that without reading the code.
So did you build rules that I mean, how did you tell the AI like for the AI to be aligned with your idea of good code? You had to
Yeah.
tell it something, right?
Yeah. So all sorts of things got prompted into the AI. And also, like, I probably have a dozen or 2 dozen anthropic skills and or agents that run to that whose job is to keep the program in alignment with Tom's mission, vision, and values. And just to go to understand how hard this is in terms of like it can be as explicit as I don't want any magic values in the code, which means I don't want to see numbers hard coded into the code in multiple locations. as numbers. You define a type somewhere that represents what that value means. You give it a clear name, and the constant goes into the code, but not the actual numbers. Something as simple as that. If I'm automatically generating 45,000 lines of code, which is what I did in 2 weeks, it will violate that rule thousands of times. Even though I told it and it knows the rule, I have to constantly remind it to separately go back and look for that and to fix it where it forgot while it was when it was working.
And you
The
think about that in the context like of a human software developer, where with an AI, like the alignment is a process of continually refining the prompts, what you tell it to, and it still can lose context. And
it,
humans are worse at that than AIs.
I mean AI will lose that in one. So I have like 450 files now that hold these 45,000 lines of code. It'll lose that idea in any one file. It can't even do one file well.
Oh, wow.
So when I'm saying you have to continuously keep it into alignment, I'm talking about like after every small feature, after every large feature, at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, maybe all night, you build AI agents to keep the system in alignment with your core values.
Well, I take it back then. Apparently, AIs are even worse than humans at holding on to context.
And when I look at back when we created Menlo Innovations, why pair program? Well, it turned out keeping a programmer in alignment is something you want to do every half second of the day. It turns out that we did paired programming and then we started doing all paired work. One of the key ideas behind paired work is keeping people in alignment, using a second human to keep them in alignment. That's what I'm seeking to create with AI. But I just thought it was fun just to point out from our book in general, alignment's not a chapter. Alignment's not, oh, we wrote down our mission and we put it on the wall and we read it to everybody. Now we're in alignment. It's like alignment's something you breathe every moment of the day while you're working inside of if you have no AI, you're still breathing it every moment of the day. Alignment is what you're breathing every moment of the day when you're working with AI. And if you're not, you're going to create a lot of slop code really, really fast, or a lot of slop marketing, or a lot of slop emails, or just it's going to be very sloppy if you don't recognize that the core of using AI is the same alignment value we use with people.
Yeah. And the thing that about alignment too is that there's alignment at different levels of the organization. And what you're talking about is alignment at the work level. But of course, there's alignment at the tactical level, the strategic level, across different teams in the organization. And one thing that we talk about in the book, and it's just things so important, is that if you're a senior leader in the organization, alignment is your job. I mean, it's
Yeah.
probably, if that's all you did, you could be an effective leader if all you did was ensure alignment across the organization. Now, we could do a whole podcast on how you do that.
And we probably
But
should.
yes, but I'll give a little teaser right now, and that is always be talking about your mission, vision, and values. Always be talking about them. And when you see things, connect them to the mission and vision and values. If you see something that isn't aligned, don't say, hey, that's not aligned. Ask them, how does this relate to our vision? How does this move us towards our vision? And if people can't answer that question, now you got them thinking. And
Yeah.
that's called building alignment.
So that's our message for today. Everything in this book is still applicable if you're using AI.
That's right. Just substitute person for agent, and
Agent.
you're and there you go.
Mm. And
Who
alignment
knew?
still wins. And we're wrong a lot, which is why we build the systems that we talk about in intentional culture. And your AI is wrong a lot, which is why you need to build similar systems for it.
Right on.
That's it for me for today.
Well,
My
there you go. Alignment, care of Tom Meloche.
alignment.
Yes. Do you have alignment stories? If you've listened to this video this far, you must have been captured by the idea of alignment. We would love to hear in the comments if you have a cool alignment story of how somebody was or wasn't aligned and the outcome of that. And of course, as always, please click the subscribe button. I'm waiting for you to do the finger thing, Tom. It's got to be. Um, and we would love to hear from you. Intentional culture is for everyone, and we can talk to you about that. Just reach out to us at beintentional.biz, and we'll get right back to you. Until next time, it's Tom and Tom
And Tom.
signing off.
Bye.
Bye.